Hello everyone. Here in this video what we're gonna do is we have a string Learnerea. This is the string. We have this root directory. Inside this we have many files, different type of files, like you can say CSV, Excel and text file. In that we have many folders, and inside the folders we have many subfolders as well. Now what we're gonna do is we need to scan through each of the folders and find all those files in this particular root directory which contains this particular string. And once we are done with getting the list of all those files, we need to copy them all in a separate location, which is this directory. Okay, we would require to copy them all in this location, right? So this is what we have to achieve in this video. Now before I start with this, I want you to have a look on this video which I have already created. In this is the first section you can consider. In this we are trying to look in only one folder, all the files in just one folder. For example, over here, using the previous video, you will be able to check the files which are available in this folder only. Okay, but in the current video, after completing this current video, you will be able to check out all the files in each of the folder in given directory. Okay, so first watch this video and then you can come to this. If you don't want to watch this video, you can still continue with the current one. Now you must be thinking, why do I need to create this another video? Because on this there is this person who has requested for this kind of work, and he has also said that he will do some kind of donation if I complete this. So hey man, you don't need to make any donation for this thing, right? You don't absolutely need to make any donation for any of the video. Here I'm trying to cover your request as much as I can. Of course I won't be able to cover everything, but I will cover as much as I can, and that will give you some direction. Okay, I just hope that you like it. Alright, so let's start with the task today. So what we're gonna do is, here is this segment. Here I have created the segment of task using which we will achieve this particular thing. First we need to import all the required modules. So we will start with import OS, import pandas as PD, import shuttle. So these are the libraries which we need to import before we start further. Okay, now once we are done with this, we come to this particular section where we need to list down the files. So it contains two segments. First it is saying list down all the files in the given root directory. So this is the root directory which I have. Okay, before this, let me just close this particular window, otherwise it will keep on troubling us. Okay, so here this is the root directory which we have, and we want to list down all the files which are available in this particular root directory. How can we do that? So for that we can use OS library. We can say for OS, okay, so there is one function in OS which is called os.walk, and inside that you can provide the directory name in which you want to look for. This is what I have also done over here. So I'm just trying to repeat this thing over here. Now the thing is, when you use os.walk, it has three elements into it. What are those elements? dir path, dir name and file names. These are the three elements which we would have inside this. So we need to look through each of these elements. Okay, so we're gonna say for dir path, dir name and file name in os.walk. Now I will print each of these elements one by one. Okay, print dir path, then again I will print some separator. Okay, I'll put some separator over here. So this is going to be this video is going to be little longer, but please be with me, you will enjoy this. Okay, and you would really learn something valuable. Okay, so here I'm going to put this thing, and then I will again use the same thing and here I am going to say file names. Okay, and you just print this. Let's just print this. So if you see over here, these are the dir path, these are the file names, sorry, these are the directories inside this dir path, and these are the files. Same things keep on repeating. Okay, same thing will be repeating. So in this root directory we have 4 subdirectories, and in each of the subdirectory, like you can see, we are looping through each of the subdirectories again. So what we need to do is we need to go through each of the folders and each of the files. So somehow if you could figure out a way to concatenate this location along with this file name, sorry, not this but this file name, right, we will be able to open this particular file. So we can do that just by simply, I will delete all these things. Okay, first writing the another for loop, we will say for file in file names, and first I will try to show you by printing it. Okay, print dir path. All right, and then here what I'll do is inside this I'll just put this thing, and here I will say, you know, just file. Okay, now we will just try to concatenate them and see. Oh, all right, so let me first do one thing. First let me just show it to you. Okay, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so you, like you can see over here, this is the location, and after that we have the file name. Now we just need to figure out some way to concatenate these two, right? Like you can see, this is the location and this is the file name which has been printed all together, you see, all over here. Now if we can manage to, you know, concatenate them all together, then it will simplify our work. All right, so what we're going to do is we will just say, we can use os.path, os.path.join, and let's try to enclose this. Okay, and let's try to see what happens. Oh, it just got, it just worked. Okay, like you can see, file name is concatenated with the path, right? So this is wonderful, isn't it? Now we are done with this particular listing down these things, right? Now what we need to do is we need to create a list of this thing, right? So here I'm just going to create a blank list files, and here instead of print, what I'll do is I'll say list files dot append. Right, now let's try to print this and see. List files, it is doing the same thing, exact same thing, right? Now the next job is to loop through each of these files and try to find that particular string, the string which we are trying to look for. What is that string? That string is Learnerea. So I'll put that string over here. I will say search string equals to Learnerea. Okay, let's copy this and put it over here rather if you want. Okay, so this is the search string we have. Now we need to look for this string in each of the file which is available in this particular list. How can we do that? Well, let's start with that. For that you got to write another loop for file in, again we are going to say file in list files f equals to, I will create another object, open file. Now this will open the file in read only mode. All right, now what will happen, because we are looking for all the files in the given root directory, so there could be possibility that there will be certain files which are in different format and not compatible, so that will give the error. So here I will use this parameter errors and I will just ignore them all. Okay, you can also use it. Now this will open the file. Now what we're going to do is if search string in f dot read. Here I'm simply trying to, what is it that I'm simply trying to do is I'm just trying to read each of the files. So for loop will be executed and it will look in each of the file stored in this particular list, right, and it will try to read them. Okay, if that is storing, if that particular file contains this particular string, such string, then I want it to print that file name in a separate list. And now I'll give that list string list, string, or maybe I can just say source. All right, or let me just we can say anything, right? We can, let's say source. Okay, because later on we will be using in this context. Okay, now here what I'll do is I will simply say source dot append file. This file I'm asking it to append that into this particular list, and then after that I would simply do f dot close. Let's try to run this. Oh, it's executed. Let's try to see what all that we have in this source. All right, so here we got list of all these files which contains the word Learnerea. Now if you see the length of this particular one, there are 58 files. Now if you are thinking that initially we had this many files, so this is the list which we were looking for. So in this we had 149, out of that in 58 we have the string written Learnerea. It found 58 files. Now the next job is to copy all these files. We just managed to get the list of all the files which contains the string Learnerea. Now we need to figure out a way how to copy this particular thing in our destination. So our destination is this. These all files are already copied over here. So what I'll do is I'll just delete them all from here. Okay, now I will just take this location and I'll put it over here. Okay, let's just come over here, separate the file name. Okay, I'll just create over here dest, and inside that I'm just going to put it for now. Okay, let's be with this. Now the next job which comes is we have one if you noticed in the beginning we imported one library which is called shuttle, right? So shuttle has a function which is called copy files, which is this shuttle dot copy file. Okay, and in that what it takes is source location and then destination location. So when I say source, this will include location along with the file name. For example, this, so this will work as the source because on this location this particular file already exists. Now we need to put that in a different location, which is this. In that we need to put that, but for that what we need is we require the complete location for destination. So for example, this is the location which we have, and along with that we also require this file name included in over here, right? So we would require to prepare this kind of string. How can we do that? So that's what we're going to do over here. Separate the file name from the list created above. So the list which we just created over here, source list, out of that what we're going to do is separate the file names like Boston, etc. Whatever file name we have, first we're going to separate that out of that. Okay, how can we do that? So for that first we will have to loop through it. Again we will require to create a blank file. So we will just say files list, let's say files list equals to blank. Okay, and then we're going to say for x in source, I'm just going to say print. First let's just try to print it. Okay, x dot split, and in that we can put, let's just see the separator. What is the separator that we have? We have this slash, right? This backward slash. So let's try to use this backward slash and try to split it. And for now I'll just comment this thing and let's see what happens. This is giving us some error, end of line while scanning string. Okay, Let me just have a look into this. Nope. Alright, so this is giving us some kind of error. So let me just put double this. Yeah, so it is splitted all the items in the list, right? So what we need to do is from each of this list we need to fetch the last item only, right? So we can use -1 over here. Now if you see, we have this particular list created and this list is of files only, right? So what I'll do is I'll just append this in file list. Let me just append this in file list here. So these are okay. This says list object is not callable. Okay, let me just see this. This is because here we just need to use append. Alright, so we are done with that, right? Now we are done with creating this particular list. Now if you want, you can just see that file list. Let's try and print that file list. Okay, so here we got the list. This is sorted. Alright, now the next thing which comes over here is, this is the destination and we need to concatenate the file names which we have just extracted over here with this particular thing. How can we do that? We can do that by saying for file in file list, and we just want to say, again we would require to create another list. I'm sorry if I'm creating many list. Destination, we will say destination. All right, and this will be blank list over here, and here we just gonna say destination dot append, and inside that we're gonna say os dot join, os dot path dot join, and in that we're gonna say dest, and we're gonna say file. Once this is done, we will just validate this by printing it over here. So here it says dst is not defined, so the spelling is dest. Bravo, we are done with this thing, right? So we are done with listing down all the destination files. We are done with creating location for all the destination file. But here you see we have one problem. Here it says this particular string, I don't know where it came from. Let me just figure it out. Why is this showing like this? Okay, so here in the destination location I have taken this, I've done this stupid thing. Now we got it correct. Okay, so here those things are done. Now we just need to do one thing, which is loop through this list and the source list. This is the destination list, and if you see at the top, not top, just right over here, we created one source list. So we need to read the file from here and we need to write those files in destination folder. So how can we do that? For that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna loop through both of these lists simultaneously. How can we do that? You're gonna say for source, or maybe let's say for source and destination in zip. We need, you can say anything over here. Let me keep it simple and say xy in zip, and this is the destination which will be over here, and before that we're gonna use source. This source is over here. Now let me first try to print this, print x comma y, and let me show it to you. You see how this is coming. So you see this is the source one and this is the destination one. Now all that we need to do is simply say shuttle dot copy file, and inside that you can say x comma y. Now you see this particular location, this is the destination. As of now we don't have any file over here. Now the moment you execute this, you would have all the files listed over here. Let's execute this. Done. It is executed over here, So we just completed this task over here only, so don't worry about it. Now let's go back over here and let's open this particular file and see if this has that particular string or not. You see here we have Learnerea written. Now let's open any other file, for example this one. Okay, ooh, this is quite big. In this also we have here that particular string Learnerea, you see. So this is how we just managed to find all those files in the root directory which had a particular string, and we managed to copy them from a different location. I just hope that it was useful to you and you liked it. Just in case of any further doubt, do not forget to put that into the comment section. I'll try to help you out on that part, and I'll upload this particular script on the GitHub. You can download it from there as well. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Wish you very